because I'm in Lithuania. Suck it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, bro.
There you go. We're back. We're back on stream, ladies and gentlemen.
We're Barack.
Back
We're
in
Barack.
business
We're
with the
so
ads as
Barack.
well.
Man, that was
I am-
quite. That was quite.
Like the lecture starts and the DM gets so bored he leaves.
Yeah, fucking just gone. Anyway, I'm back. EP. Oh, man.
Right.
So, with that being said and done, yeah. Yeah. So, you're bordering also boredom, but also exhaustion. Learning a language is not exactly a fun thing to do. A lot of things are not fun thing to do. But a bit Cole is pretty relatively good at what he does. Anyway, yeah. What would you like to do? I hope.
Yeah,
I hope.
yeah, like,
I hope.
the lecture like finishes up, guys. He looks back at you. Any questions?
About this specific verb.
Oh, god damn it. There
Oh,
he goes
no.
again. Bastard.
Yes. Go on.
You're wrong.
Your 27th interpretation of the Arquan word for swim, in the specific context of the late night temporal use of the word in the context of that time form, shouldn't that be pronounced with an A instead of an E?
Oh
No.
my god.
You see, the reason for that is that this one doesn't mention typical swimming. This one is a variant of swimming through rock. It's not our typical understanding of swimming. Traversing, they don't have much water to traverse through in the first place. And remember, when pronouncing geological constructs or interactions with geological constructs, in this case the ground, you change out the beginning letters, in this case E for A, or A for E.
So this is a phenomenon that is mostly active in the Terran accent. Given that I've been taught on the Aquan, there seem to be some minor differences, but I assume I need to relearn this in the specific case of Terran.
This work comes from Frederick, actually. Good author.
Interesting. And there's actually like the short back and forth between a native speaker and somebody trying to teach a native speaker his own language.
Oh my god. Anyway.
But that's class.
Please, Max is changing.
I know. I'm trying.
Well, after that, I want to have after the class is dismissed, I want to talk with the teacher for extra
Yeah,
credit.
yeah, like when he claps his hands after, like, unless Chadwick has something to say.
It's boring.
Unless Chadwick has something to say, I am going to, in character, dismiss class.
Chadwick, where's your disruption, bastard? You promised us chaos.
After he dismisses class, I'll turn to Nate and, hey, you want to see something funny?
What are you
Hey,
up to?
Now that all that boring shit's over, you know, we got new troops here. We gotta see how they do in combat.
Oh no.
Cool, why don't you join us? I'm sure you'd like to see how real men fight.
A challenge to your manhood, class.
Like, he hears the comment. No, thank you.
Come on, you don't even have to fight. You just have to see how we do it. You know, it might be good for your research or something. I don't know.
Accidentally aim spear at head.
He kind of...
You won't be able to
Just the
see it
sidelines and
coming.
Just watch how we do it.
You won't be able to
He's
see
gonna
it.
look at this. Can I insight our friendly Chadwick friend over here?
The friendly horseman. Yeah.
You determine how much this insight reveals, if anything, Chadwick. This is up to your discretion.
The friendly
I'll go ahead and just straight up roll against you. My deception versus your.
Well, I'm saying you don't even have to roll against. I'm fine with your judgment on saying how much something reveals or not.
Okay.
I have full faith in your character elaborations.
Oh man.
All right, on a 20.
to the shitty wizard.
Shitty wizard. Do it.
You can tell that he is. You can tell that he is telling you exactly what he plans. That he does want you to be there to watch a paladin fight, but you also see a slight smirk on the side of his mouth, like there might be something more to this than you that may be lit on.
He there's an eyebrow raise as he looks back from the chalkboard. Maybe. And he
Alright.
like finishes writing something down. And as he kind of claps his hand and the room almost melts away, you guys were back in the main atrium.
I
And
will
to my-
immediately go searching for Theodore.
And to my grandchildren, before I see
Guys,
this
go on
match,
ahead. I'll
I
catch up
lend them
with you
all
later.
my riches.
Don't start fighting. Don't start training without me there. I have something to ask. Cole.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Brit, before you do.
What?
Okay. Just a second. Just a little second.
Wait, you use the incense?
Okay.
So,
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, I will actively be seeking out Theodore on this at this point.
So Britt, then Chadwick, is that how we're going this?
God.
Before we move. Alright. Britt, quick, because Chadwick's going to lead into a bigger scene.
Oh no, it won't be that big, but it'll be hilarious.
It's like, so, came across an interesting item. She's gonna pause halfway, say, "Not being watched by the who you're affiliated with, are you?"
He stops, he thinks for a moment, and he rubs his eyes, and he says, "Sight." As his eyes glow, and I give myself true sight. He looks around the room. Araxis.
Yes.
How many people are watching through magical means?
Nathan is participating in this session as well, right?
I was.
You're still in the classroom, right?
We just left the class.
Oh, you just left the class.
I'm still in the same room. I'm
Hey,
still in the
Tara-
same room, but
Hey,
Yeah.
hey Terry, you didn't say divine.
I don't need it. I'm not a cleric, my boy.
Uh,
The gods are watching.
how do I say this properly? Nathan, what's your passive perception? Cole, what's your passive perception?
Mine's
my
only an
passive,
18.
percep-
Yeah.
my passive perception is 33.
Cool, Cole.
I think he said 18.
Doesn't know, he doesn't remember. Is it below 28?
Mine is, his isn't.
Okay. Okay. So, you walk out, and both of you, Nathan and Cole, can see clearly at least 6 or 7 scrying. Different sizes, different colors. Cole, you recognize at least 4 of them are of the planet C. Like, you know, try and trust the TM. But the other 3 are not really there. Nathan! You look, around and see maybe there's someone hiding around, and you, about 20 feet away, see a silhouette of a half-elven woman just staring at both of you. She gives you a wave, Nathan. A smile, nods, and then disappears.
Quick note again. Cole, are you a human or a half elf?
He looks half elf. You can't tell if it's like split evenly, but there's elvish blood.
How likely is it that your family is watching you?
Likely.
I think your
Family's
sister has
very-
been at least watching part of the session.
Of course. Once in a while, I peek in. Yeah, like he looks back like. Once in a while, I check up on her too.
Well then, I'll be vague as possible. In the plane of air, we fought a djinn. Sure, you know that. After his defeat, we acquired an item that belonged to him. It's like trying to push you towards, trying to get you to figure out what it is. It's like, we're wondering what the applications for it are. Directly forged into something else for better dealing with our enemies.
Oh, here.
It does have some.
Okay.
Apart from Ella.
Okay. Before you even finish the sentence, Cole, passive insight tells you you need to
Yes.
see it firsthand. Right?
Yep. Show me. I assure you, there are very few in the Platinum Seas that would be bold enough to simply take it.
I just realized there's an echo.
Yeah, Cole.
Yeah.
Or a word.
Yeah,
Bold
because
doesn't use words. This is always telepathy. It's just very hard to notice.
All right,
Are his lips moving?
No.
I'm going to.
How do you know under the mask?
So
I
you
didn't realize he wore a mask.
I'm going to pull
Maybe.
out or Zikor.
Cole, roll me Arcana with advantage because you have a minor.
Yep. You see like a flash of magic as he looks at this intently. And if he's really being honest about this, then I won't hold back.
Oh my
49.
fucking Jesus fucking Christ. You basically know immediately this is a double hybrid coil. A very powerful elemental is stored within it. You know several people who would pay a lot of fucking money for this. It is 30% fire, 40% air, and then the rest is demonic. By the way, it is played. It is an incredibly powerful and potent element that probably could be summoned more frequently and easier than a normal elemental coil because of its demonic in. You most certainly could. You think you would need to do this is off like you would need to do several enough sufficient lightning damage to it to essentially kickstart again, and while it's weak you could bind it to your own and essentially have a relatively extremely powerful elemental lord or something equivalent to power at your command.
You would need a suitable item or the intention of conjuration, but with the proper kickstart, this will do nicely. What do you hope to get out of it? You could just sell it.
Unfortunately, our foes become stronger with each interaction. More than often, I wish to use it to help not only empower everyone else, but well, no, it's just that I wish to use this to help empower people within our group, so that we may all walk out of this thing that we've been find ourselves in.
Give me a
alive.
hammer. Give me a hammer. Meh.
That's a lot of words that mean very little.
Yeah, so Cole, with the Arcane for 9, you can continue that fucking thought. In case of that implication that Brett desires, there's two aspects of it. Either summon it and use it as a fucking minion. You have the tools, the means, and probably could be done in less than 20 minutes with your expertise alone. Or it could be used as almost a replenishable source of enchantment for fire and lightning based enchantment. You can't really measure how powerful they would be. It would be a hybrid of an enchantment, but not relatively strong. We need to check with some people if how good they are, but it's still lesser of two options.
Yeah, he thinks, the practical military applications of it. He nods. I can conjure forth an elemental from this, and he will serve our cause. It will not be an insignificant help either. Or I can attempt to use it as a catalyst for enchantment. But with the quality of equipment you have now, I am uncertain of the effectiveness, relatively speaking.
You talking more of, I don't know, Hellford per se?
You see concern flash over his face. Hell switch?
I see. One of our previous associates had come across the fact that we do need something of that power if we were ever to do elemental cores. Though we have no idea how to get a hold of one.
He like looks blank stare here. Alexis, that doesn't seem exactly correct.
For Hellforge?
Like, I know that Hellforge is a very powerful forge, but I don't think it's necessary for crafting things out of elemental cores. Demonic elemental cores, maybe.
Yes.
What's the exact detail on this?
I can put the 49.
Well, we'd make roll for that.
It with a powerful enough Hellforge and sufficient amount, you assume like if you get like a very powerful air elemental and the fire elemental, and use a Hellforge, you could basically make something like this. And a natural process to fuse all these three elements would take millennium. So you assume this thing has been forged by a Hellforge. Is it enough to make one from this? No. You know what?
No. He kind of looks at Brit. No. I have given you the options. Make of them what you will.
Don't even try.
So I guess
And I
if
just-
you get into something like, say, this. Show you my right arm. It's my mithril arm. It's out of the question.
He looks at it. Thorax, another arcade check? What the hell is this?
I'm going to form my warhammer out of it.
Jacket, latest. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
latest in nanotech technology. Check out.
Jesus. Okay. You look upon it. If for um,
50.
at first you thought it's like a very impressive prosthetic, essentially. A lot of fucking coin, a lot of fucking mithril, and a lot of fucking patience to make something very good. But then, as you know, you see Bridge just basically piece chunks. You don't see any indication of arcane at work, and then you realize it is not of arcane nature, of some sort of divine. The Brit has been blessed by some sort of entity, definitely a god, to achieve this. Because if you tried to make something, you know, in the bottom seas, you would have a bunch of runes shining. When any like, if say Brit take up a weapon from her own arm. So, yeah. Some sort of divinity bless Brit with this.
Mm-hmm. So you can't. It's basically impossible to combine. It's impossible for the mortal to combine this with something divine. Because,
Yes.
yeah. I haven't the faintest clue where you got that. But mortal hands can only do so much. And certainly not that.
Fair enough. I assume since we're going to the other elemental planes, we'll come across more, at least 3 more of them.
Certainly. But the uses for them likely won't change if they're all demonically inspired.
Okay, now I have a simple question.
Well, then I'll think about it. In any sense, we should go over and make sure that Chadwick doesn't break the new recruits.
So I assume,
Right.
you're not doing any elemental summoning.
Not at the current moment. I still
Sadly,
need to
Brit
mull
won't
it
let us.
over.
Yeah, you can see, by the way, Brit, what's your passive insight?
That's a very good question. Give me a second. It's a 27.
You can tell that out of the options he wants most, whether it's the most beneficial or not in the total, is a summoning. Can't tell exactly why he wants it the most, but it's clear that's the one he's trying to lean you towards. And with that, you know, like, a cat appears on his shoulder and jumps from my shoulder to yours, Brit. I'll be watching, but I have studies to catch up to. Many questions still need answering. Too many.
Is this a conjuration of yours?
No, it's a stray I found on the floor.
Oh man.
Anyways,
You're capable of sarcasm?
I think it's the only type of humor he's capable of.
Wow.
As the floor beneath him like opens up and it just swallows him and he's gone.
Well, he's dead. All right, let's go and observe this masterpiece of a thing that we would like to do. Oh, actually, no. Before that, I'm gonna go drag a Dagger to come and join us.
What are you doing?
What?
Hey, we're about to watch Chadwick put the new people through the ringer. You want to watch?
No, I'm busy, you know. Potions.
Ooh, let me ask again. Let me say that again. Do you want to join us?
This is not a question, is it?
She just shakes her head.
Fine. Come on, little buddy. Just gets the hamster on his shoulder.
Oh, that's new. Where'd you find that?
I think I made him.
I think I made him.
Gonna shuffle you forward And as we're walking down, divine sense on the hamster.
Does not protrude any sense, bad or good.
Okay.
Hamta.
All right then. Hamster
Hmm.
queen.
Oh god. So, Tarumak is gonna go through the ringer with Theo.
I don't think anyone's going to miss this.
I see. Theo,
So,
what you been?
What I do? Good, Theo. Sorry.
Theo, you're here, okay? Theo, your old companion would ask you a question. How do you find their company?
Answer wisely.
Whose company? The company of the companion or the other?
The
People around.
paladins, the self-proclaimed slayers of...
Well, to be honest, I haven't gotten a great sense of them yet. They seem nice enough, I guess. They did offer help to a total stranger.
I do have my own end. But remember, you are my eyes, my ear, and to some extent, my heart. You will tell me your perspective, and I shall listen and make my own judgments when the time is right. That was our deal. Bargain.
Don't worry, I remember.
Both of you realize something. Your weapon is missing. It kind of
All
like
of my weapons, or just the one I got from
the one that you got from the dragon. The wolf one.
Man,
Well, that actually works out then.
Wow. So,
No.
as you all gather,
Before I go and find Theodore, I would have gone down to the armory, grabbed a sword, a warhammer, and a great sword, and brought them up with me. Kind of laid them out in front of her. I didn't see any sort of weapons on you, so I'm not sure what you like. But if you're gonna join us, I need to know your capabilities. Pick one.
as you look at the weapons field, the Welfling crew.
Wait, are
proclaims-
those the desecrated weapons?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, as you look at the weapons, they're these, like, some dark reddish metal that is, like, reflective and kind of weird. As the Welfling goes, bah! Demonic infused weapons to slay a demon. Ironic. Also, it seems to be giving a flight around your head. It appears you dropped your previous one, or it has been discarded time or the portal. Nevertheless, pick a weapon you desire, Theo, and I shall make it proper.
so what kind of weapons are lying there?
I mean, we have a full selection, but I would have brought a long sword, a great sword, and a warhammer.
So, you would look at all the weapons very carefully and just shrug and pick up the warhammer.
So, as she picks up the warhammer, you all of a sudden see the grasps, the first like grasps that Theo puts on the metal, picks it up. There is a thin blue ice that spreads through the metal across the entire Warhammer. And then you hear a sudden crack across the Warhammer as it changes its color from this blood red to this pale white blue. And Theo, this weapon became incredibly light in your hand. And you hear, technically Nathan, you also can hear